Right. 20 September 2025. And today I'm so happy to be up after a long day yesterday. So yesterday we had an amazing day of news. And today we need to put everything together. I know that most people have not been able to sleep because of the drama that is taking place in our country. And now I need to put everything together for you. So let's look at what has happened and what is going to happen in this coming week, starting today. So there is now a clear two distinct sides. That is Chiwenga on one side and Mnangagwa on the other side. All the pretense is over. So there's no more pretending. Unfortunately, there has been a miscalculation. That is what I see. The Chiwenga side is moving very slowly and they've allowed Mnangagwa to recover. So Mnangagwa was surprised by the confrontation, but I think the follow through has been lacking on Chiwenga's side, and he has now exposed himself to action. So you're going to see action being taken this week. Particularly, there will be action against Chiwenga and people in the military because they've written a letter to Mnangagwa complaining about corruption. So this week, I expect to see a big move against the military generals in Zimbabwe and also people in the army, air force, just like what happened in December. So there's going to be a massive move against people in the military this week. So expect to see a massive move. If that move doesn't happen, then that move will come against Mnangagwa. So we're expecting a lot of moves in the military this week because there is talk of a coup and Mnangagwa takes seriously anything to do with security. Mnangagwa is very security conscious. So await a big move this week. Mnangagwa has already cancelled his trip to the United Nations General Assembly. He's not going. The reason why he's cancelled is not that he can just sit there. He has cancelled that meeting so that he can make a move against generals. So you're going to see moves against the generals. Mnangagwa is seeing them as problematic. So he fired a whole bunch in December and January. And that time he announced that he was going to fire them. This time he's not going to announce. You're going to see a lot of movements. And I'm expecting to see a movement against Chiwenga within the next 3 weeks. So in 7 days' time, we'll be talking about a different story regarding the military and also other people. So we're talking of police. They've already moved against the intelligence. So now we expect to see movement in the military against the generals. So for the guys in TikTok, that was our headline for today. It's a Saturday. I'm going to be very quick and I'll see you guys a bit later. You can join us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Okay, so now let's quickly go into the news. What has happened today? So I want to start with the death of a popular judge. So Judge Moses Chinengo has died in Masvingo yesterday. He was 69 years old and he passed away in Masvingo. We don't know what happened, why he passed away, but he was 69 years old and burial arrangements will be announced. Mnangagwa is spending a lot of money on cars. Yesterday, 30 cars have been given to chairman of Zanu PF party. So provinces, central committee members, and that means people in the Politburo now have 2 cars. In fact, 3 cars. The one they got from Tagre, the one they got from Wikino, and then this 3rd car. That means 3 cars per person that they're getting, and these guys are enjoying themselves with these cars. So Mnangagwa is getting a lot of support in the provinces because of the cars that they're giving away. And then, in terms of the accident, The young lady here called Zanele Chinyama is still in the ICU after she had an accident while traveling to Mnangagwa's gala, or what we call, she's part of AMA 2K for ED. So she had an accident where 6 people died, and she is in this ICU after that accident. Then Magaya has received a car. The man you are looking at here is called Shepherd Chikwanda, one of the wealthiest people in Zimbabwe in gold. So he's a gold dealer from Kwekwe, and it is believed that the car that was given to Magaya was actually from him. So that man there is rarely photographed, and you see that he has given a car to Magaya. Magaya and his wife have received cars worth 600,000, and Mnangagwa is spending thousands and thousands on cars, buying support and strengthening his side. So his side is they look like they are benefiting from Mnangagwa, but really the cars are shifting between the parties. So a Rolls Royce can come from Wikino, it goes to Tagure, it then goes to Scott, and then it goes to Shepherd Chikwanda. Chikwanda is taking his Rolls Royce, which he imported 6 months ago, and it was given to Magaya. So I don't know if Wikino has bought it from Chikwanda and then given it to Magaya. So these cars are moving around. There is a serious love for cars among the Zanu PF guys. I don't know why. It's as if they didn't have cars when they were young and they want to have cars. I don't care about a car. I drive a battered 1988 Toyota Etios, and I never go into it. I think in a week I drive 1 kilometer. So I don't know why someone will spend thousands and thousands on a car. Then in Masvingo, 2 teenagers have passed away after an accident with their BMW, and you can go and get details on this from Masvingo Mira. So it's unfortunate that Karen Chapasika 21 and Joseph Chikwanda 29 died on their way along the Great Zimbabwe Highway, and this is so sad. They passed away at 2 a.m. and were only pulled out of the wreckage at around 5 a.m. So maybe something would have happened, but they passed away. And then let's go to our bloggers. So Miribidi House, my favorite people, they've given an update on the house, so you can go and check out their blog. I love this family. They are doing so well. They've been building the house, and it's one of the biggest houses in Zimbabwe. So go check out Miribidi House. And then in South Africa, we are waking up to a terrible situation where the young artist who is popular for his song, Abiri Maroon, is stuck in Nigeria, and he's got no way to come back home because he doesn't have money. He's been there for some time and has gone live today because he can't get home. That is Teboho Mashego. He is stuck in Nigeria without funds, and I do not know who took him there, but they're failing to bring him back home. Let's see if we've got anything else to cover. Let's quickly go to the newspapers, and I'm going to try and find a newspaper that is published. On Saturdays, people really take time. So let's see if the Chronicle Zimbabwe is published, and then we're going to call it a day. I know you guys have seen my face so many times. You need to rest. And the wives are complaining. They're calling me to say, Gambakwe, how can you be live so many times? Do you have a wife? And I tell them, and in hesitation. So let's quickly look at Muzenda. So Vice President, the late Vice President, Simon Muzenda, passed away 22 years ago, and he is being commemorated across Zimbabwe. This man was full of love for the country, yet he was so humble, and our country would never have gone in the direction it is going right now if we had people like him around. These are the kind of people that were full of love for the country. That is commemoration on all the pages. You can see that he is being commemorated his death 22 years ago. And then In other news, 21-year-old wife in hospital after a fight with the husband, and Andrew Mhlanga of Pumula stabbed his young wife, Tatenda Mchauri. And what had happened, that is because the court that Mhlanga had a misunderstanding with his wife at their home in Pumula, and Mchauri left the home in Old Magwegwe on August 20. After noticing that his wife had not returned, Mhlanga went to Old Magwegwe house where he found her alone. He then fought with her and forced her to accompany him to Pumula. Upon arrival, Mhlanga reportedly continued assaulting his wife, and then this is when she got seriously injured. So I think that is what we have here. And then let's go to Chiwenga. So there is a big feature on Chiwenga in the Chronicle newspaper, and I want to spend a bit of time on it. It says the Picture Square Mystic Gardens in Four Winds, Bulawayo, hosted a significant marital union last Saturday as Makosi Bebe and Nozi Pobaloi exchanged their vows. The presence of Chiwenga and his wife, Minnie, lent national prominence to the celebration. So let's see if there's anything else. There was a master of ceremonies called Ngabutu Mlochwa, and then let's see if anything else is said here. So you can go and check out this beautiful wedding, and the love between Chiwenga and Minnie is amazing. I love this too. This is probably the most biggest power couple in Zimbabwe right now. And Minnie, she does not hide the love that she has for her husband. So it's amazing. Go and check it out in the Chronicle newspaper of today. And then let's see if any of the South African newspapers have published. I want to particularly look at the Saturday Star, and then we'll see if they publish. So the Saturday Star seems to not have published. So let me quickly look here, and then we'll get out of here. So Saturday Star, yes, Saturday Star is here. Let's quickly see. This is probably one of the best newspapers on Saturdays. So same story about a toddler abused here. So you can go and check it out. I don't say out such stories here because of our platform. And then let's see if there's anything else. Madlanga Commission, it's becoming a circus. Everyone is being implicated. What is going to happen when General Mkwanazi is finished? He has been testifying now for 3 days. So what is going to happen? It's unknown. And then police on the hunt after taxi boss is gunned down in Soweto. So Tamimoy was killed. I showed you that story, and they still haven't found the guys who killed him. Okay, I think now let's wrap up on this whole thing. I don't see any other interesting news here. I've shown you the interest rate decision. The interest rate is on hold, and it hasn't been changed. That was the decision this week. Now let's go to our bloggers. So I'm going to go to Facebook and look at the people that we follow. So let's stop sharing, and I'll try to be quick, guys. I know that you are extremely tired from all the lives that we've been doing. It has been crazy. So let's look at who has posted. And I know that most of you can't sleep. It's very difficult to sleep. This week is going to be something else. Especially Mnangagwa. He can't sleep. Mnangagwa can't sleep. Okay, let's look at what is happening. And we're going to start with, let's see who is posted. Madam Boss, she's posted. All right, what's she posting about? She's showing, I think, her late grandmother. Okay, Shamari. What is Shamari? Shamari, Shamari Yevanavedu. So that is Shamari Yevanavedu. I don't know what she's referring to. And then obviously Makadzi is going to be performing today. She's already in Zimbabwe. And then let's look at Malawi Electoral Commission. As you are aware, the counting is in progress. So if you go to the Malawi Electoral Commission page, you see that they are showing the tally, but nothing as yet has happened. So partial declaration of presidential election results, kindly find attached statement by the chairperson of the Malawi Electoral Commission. So let's see what they're saying here about the results. So good evening. The commission is here again to give updates regarding the tallying and results management of the general election that took place on 16 September 2025. Today, our update focuses on tallying and process of results at constituency level, process of results at the council level, receipt of results at the National Tally Center, and lastly, determination, the partial declaration of results for the presidential election. So let's go to the presidential election. I want to go down. Complaints, results, declaration of presidential election results. So, ladies and gentlemen, this far the commission has met and reviewed the polling records of 4 councils and has determined the results as follows. So, Likoma district, Joyce Banda 87 votes, Tokozani Banda Banyika 20 votes, Akwama Bandawe 17 votes, Lazarus Chakwera 1,187 votes, 1,817 votes, Kamuzu 16 votes. So they're showing you all the votes here. And let's go to Mutarika. I want to look at the guy who is actually next. So Peter Mutarika is doing very well, 4,177 votes. So almost 75% more votes here in this particular council. And then let's go to another council. Chakwera 8,000 votes. And then let's look at Mutarika. So I just want to show you what's too very early in the counting. So don't get excited about these results because a lot can happen. Then Peter Mutarika is 7,000 votes here. So you see that we're not yet at a point where you can say who is winning. So I just want to dissuade people from making statements about the winners. And then Chakwera, 336 votes. And then Peter Mutarika, 7,500. So you can see that Chakwera, where he loses very badly. And where he wins more. So that is what is happening. And I think it's clear what is going to happen here. We may just as well call it. If you look at another place, 2,200 for Chakwera, and then Mutarika has got 30,000 votes. So, although I say let's not call it, guys, 30,000 votes and 3,000 votes, it's not looking good for the current president of Malawi. The place where he wins, it's like 1,000 more votes. Where he loses, it's a big loss. So go check it out. It's amazing. That is just the declaration that has been done now. And then we're going to be obviously following as the days pass. We're going to see, because remember, they've got, I think, 8 days to do the declaration, which means by Wednesday, we're going to have the full result. So Wednesday, the 24th, they will have declared. But they've got the result because the Malawi election is electronic. So when they vote, the system sends the result. But they also have a manual ballot. So I think they have to tally, the two must tally. And that is what is causing the delay, the verification. But certainly, Mutarika doing very well. And also Chakwera doing very badly. And then let's look at, so we've done Malawi. Now let's do, you see that I don't care about Malawi elections. I don't know those people from Malawi. They are not close to me like President Hakainde Hichilema and President Duma Boko. Those are my favorite presidents. The Malawi guys, they are way behind. They're destroying their country very badly. And then SADC, what has SADC said today? So let's quickly look at SADC here. SADC is saying the National Disaster Management Agency, that was what they're talking about. And then what else? That's all they're talking about here. And then the election. Temba Masuku, former Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Eswatini, head of SIOM, in Malawi. Preliminary report covers the SIOM observation. So let's see what the SIOM has said in Malawi. SIOM has produced the result, and it says this preliminary report covers the mission's observation. And I'm not seeing the actual detail here. And says, well, it's just saying it covers it, but I don't see the actual report. So when the report comes out, I will tell you guys what they say, but I'm not seeing the report. I'm just seeing the statement. So something must have gone wrong, and I don't know where the actual report is. Then let's go to quickly President Dumaboko. Sorry, Hakainde Hichilema first. Watch live arriving at Zambia Center for Accounting Studies here at ZCAS University for the 9th graduation. So President Hakainde Hichilema is with absolutely no security. Look at that. Like he's not like other people who move around with armored cars, like 20 armored cars. He's loved in his country, so he doesn't have to do that. And he's doing very well. Look at that guy with the bike. That is crazy. So that is President Hakainde Hichilema. Go check him out on his page. Let's see him arriving. So that is him with the police over there. And you can go and check out. It's a drama. And look at that. He's looking very neat and smart. Then let's look at President Dumaboko. So I don't know what has happened to my thing here. President Dumaboko is posted. And what is he talking about? He's talking about the successful first gold medal ever. In fact, the second for Botswana, and I think one of the first for Southern Africa. Shooting star, shining ever so bright, wearing country's flag. Letsile Schoolboy Teboko, on your top 4 finish. We are proud of you. So that was 14 hours ago. And congratulations. I'm proud of you. The country is proud of you. You've carried. So they've got a gold medal here in Botswana. These guys are doing very well. I was watching. And then, like I said, I don't know what Mini said. I didn't see a posting yesterday, but we've already covered in the Chronicle newspaper. She's featuring very prominently over there. You can go and check it out. So she's showing, she didn't post yesterday. I don't know where she's gone to, but it's a drama in Zimbabwe. I love what is going on in Zanu PF because it shows that we're just about to get change. But what I can assure you is that in 2028, we are going to do very well. We've got a plan. Gambakwe 2028 has a plan which is going to make people successful. Everything else you're watching right now, it's got nothing to do with you. You're not going to get wealthy from the fights in Zanu PF. These guys are not, they don't have anything for you. You don't have anything that you get from Zanu. All you get is fights. Imagine 20 years fighting. We're talking Chiwenga, Mnangagwa, Chiwenga, Mnangagwa, Chiwenga, Mnangagwa, Mugabe, Chiwenga, Mugabe, Mugabe, Mnangagwa, Mnangagwa Mjuru. That's all. These guys have got nothing for you. Let's move away from these guys and do something for the people. We want to develop our country. We want Zimbabwe to do well. This is not going to work. Zanu PF, I have no support for Zanu. I do not want us to waste time. I think that Zanu PF is going to help us with anything. Vaka Broker, all of them, the whole crew. Zanu has got nothing for you. And myself, I do not want to be associated with what is going on. It's embarrassing. They've got nothing for us. And support Gambakwe 2028. That is the way to go. All right, Nelson Chamisa has not posted anything new. Let's go for the new. Leave the past. Let's leave Zanu PF and their fights. They're telling about who was top in the military in the 1960s. Who is next in line? It's got nothing to do with us. Gambakwe 2028. We've got 8 pillars for you. And you're going to have a president that is visible. Every single day will be out. In 2028, if I win that election, what I will do, I'll be coming live every day. you'll be able to access your president. The plan that we have is very simple. We want to develop our country, $1,500 tax-free in your pocket, 160 new towns, high-speed rail, only 8 ministries, planned military city, homecoming, and a tourism-based economy. One thing I can assure you, civil servants in Zimbabwe will do so well. And that is our focus. And everyone knows that this is the only way. Everything that has been happening right now is just a circus. Now let's go to the comments. Zidzoro rako rakazara. Ndiani tinaje. Why does it tinaje? And you may reduce your talking your expectations because you have your own project. Yes. Let me explain to you, Mukoma Colette, you said the right thing. So, Gambakwe has been in the environment for a long time. Before even Mnangagwa came in the environment, we were here. When Mnangagwa ran away to South Africa, one of the first people that he went to was Tinomambeu and we are known Zanigo, Lumumba. They know it very well. So these were the people communicating for him during the coup, giving information and updates. I was already running my media house because I started my media house in 2010. When I left the United States, I was in Germany on the day of the World Cup. I was at Frankfurt Airport when the World Cup opening match was played. And already we're in the environment. We are very clear about what needs to be done. The problem we have in our country is our politics is so old. Zimbabwe is not developed. Mnangagwa is buying cars worth 2 billion, 3 billion. You can put a high-speed rail in Zimbabwe, especially a metro. You can do a metro in Harare for 2 billion, but they don't do it. Mnangagwa has got no plan. Chiwenga has got no plan. In 2028, contesting against Chiwenga, he's going to lose to me very badly. Chiwenga cannot win an election against me. Chamisa cannot win an election against me. They've got no plan. Chamisa has been gone for a long time. He doesn't challenge anything. Everything that is happening now, he doesn't challenge. He doesn't take advantage. He's campaigning like Nkosana Moyo, one person at a time. And for civil servants, he's got nothing. So civil servants focus on Gambakwe. Military guys who are going to make sure that you do well. You are going to have a house, a 3-bedroom house. We are going to make sure that you earn $1,500 minimum. Similar for teachers, nurses, and intelligence. Our guys in Air Force are going to do very well. These guys are not going to do it. They don't know what to do. So all of them don't know what to do. All they do is fight. Waka broker. Mnangagwa aka broker. Auxilia aka broker. Sean aka broker. Emerson Jr. aka broker. Kuda aka broker. Collins. Where are you, Collins? Watiza. Collins na mai watiza. Varikutiza Chiwenga. But Zobatsire, we don't care. No matter who wins this fight, it's got nothing to do with us. As a civil servant, you have nothing after all this is done. And I don't support them. I can say I like Chiwenga or I like what he's doing. But if all they do is fight and our country is going backwards every day, what is it for me? What is it? What is a teenager? I'm sorry, that teenager. I didn't read the ages before I said teenager. I'm not going to tell you. What does Aka broker mean? Aka broker means ideologically bankrupt. So, Mnangagwa, ideologically bankrupt. Chiwenga, ideologically bankrupt. Chamisa, ideologically bankrupt. We are not going to go anywhere with these guys. Let's do a new thing. Let's change this narrative, this politics of individuals that to give us nothing. All they do is fight each other. They will never do anything. So let's go for Gambakwe 2028. The only game in town is Gambakwe 2028. Gambakwe is going to do very, very well. A man with a plan. The only man with a plan. And they will all lose. to Gambakwe. So I think we've covered everything. And please go and check out all the people that I've talked about, all the videos we've done. We've got a lot of work to do. Tinebasa. And these people that we have in our leadership, so embarrassing to us. Nothing for us. All they do is think about themselves. None of them is ever going to do anything for us. So let's go for Gambakwe. And every night, every morning, every afternoon, I'm here. I'm president, and we're going to do very, very well. What a waste of our time that we're getting from these people who are just going round and round in circles. Right, now let's go to to the headlines. Let's start with our headlines. Okay, we said this week Mnangagwa is set to move on the generals. He did the intelligence last week. He dealt with Isaac Moyo. He dealt with another senior administrator in the CIO. This week we expect Mnangagwa to move against generals in the army who have written him a letter, and there is suspicion that they want to carry out a coup. So that is the suspicion, because they've written him a letter to complain about the corruption. And also, Chiwenga has confronted Mnangagwa and said he must arrest Uyo Tagwere, arrest Wikino, Scott, and Delishingwai. That move then made Mnangagwa say, I want to step down. But as soon as he was out of that meeting, he and his advisor sat down and they said, we're not going to step down. This guy will arrest all of us. So the fear that they have on the Mnangagwa side is that they arrest Tagwere, Wikino, Scott, and Delish. And then Mnangagwa steps down and Chiwenga arrests everyone else. That is what they're afraid of. Kusungwa. But myself, what is it that I'm going to do to Mnangagwa? So let's say 2028 comes and Gambakwe wins. What is it that I'm going to do to Mnangagwa? Guys, we are not going to arrest Mnangagwa. So let me assure you, we're not going to arrest Mnangagwa. We're not going to arrest Tagwere. We're not going to arrest Scott. The only person we're going to put under house arrest is Wikino. Wikino has openly taken state funds. So Wikino is going to go under house arrest. I can assure you that, and you can mark this, he's going to go under house arrest, but none of them are going to be arrested. And I've shown all these guys, the money that we're going to make in the new Zimbabwe is going to be enough for everyone. At the moment, our economy is valued in terms of GDP around 20 billion. We want to push it to between 200 billion and 500 billion within the first 3 years. So 2028, 29, 30, we're going to be 200 billion. And we're going to do so well because we're going to implement policies that will drive capital into Zimbabwe. No tax, no corporate tax, no income tax, only VAT. Slash the government. We're going to remove all the unnecessary ministries. 20 ministries are going to go. And then we're going to devolve. So devolution, we're going to have 160 new towns, which means each province we have 16 new towns. We're going to go to people who can build towns. So at the moment, I don't want to say names, but let me show you what we're planning. So watch very carefully what I'm going to show you now. So the kind of town we're going to build is going to be based on rail. So the station will be connected to the new towns. So each town will have at least a hospital, a new type of school. We're going to design a new type of school, not the school you have now. We're going to have high-speed rail. And then each civil servant is going to get a new house. So that means a soldier will get a house, a police, a nurse, a teacher, they'll get a house. And this is the plan that we have. So let me show you the plan that we are working on currently. And this is we're not playing. So you'll be able to go in a town like this, and it is a rail, bus, and also we're going to be having self-driving. So you'll be able to go in here and the houses are going to be connected. When you drop off from the train, you'll be able to go and go into your house or go to a different place within a walking precinct. So the way we're going to design our towns. So if you go to Mpandawana, this is what it's going to look like. And we're looking at a model of a town in China. One of the biggest cities in China is called Chongqing. And we're already starting the model over here. So your house won't look like what you're seeing now. You're going to have a modern place. So we're building modern cities. And these cities are going to accommodate, everyone is going to get a house. And with the rents and also the VAT, that is how we're going to fund our governments. So if you're in Matabeleland, the government in Matabeleland is going to be self-containing and it will fund itself. Out of those 160 towns, you're going to have a CEO running the town. So all this thing of MPs, senators, and councillors, it will be a small amount. There will be a massive number of positions, connection between Victoria Falls on the South Belt or South Corridor, all the way to Bedbridge, and then connection to Mtare, and then the South Corridor, the North Corridor, all the way to Kariba. We go all the way to Chirundu. We hit Lusaka, and then we go to Beira. So that is the North Corridor, doing very well. So we've got a plan, and your country is going to do well. You actually want to have people coming to Zimbabwe to buy. At the moment, Zimbabwe is a dump. There's nothing happening there. You're buying a car for what? All they do is buy cars. What is a car? So they're wasting our time. Mnangagwa is wasting our time. Chamisa is wasting our time. And also, Chiwenga has got no plan. So I'm not a supporter of a Chiwenga government because we don't want, we want Chiwenga to take over in Zanu because he's going to do good things in Zanu. But we're not going to have Chiwenga and support him for the presidency in 2028. That is not where we are. That's why I've launched Gambakwe 2028. If I wanted to support Chiwenga, I was not going to launch Gambakwe 2028. So those people who want to support, you have to understand our plan. None of these guys have launched anything. None of them has got anything for you. And particularly for the civil servants. Listen very carefully to what I'm saying. Munofan and Zara, if you don't vote for Gambakwe 2028, you are going to have the same thing. We'll be sitting here 2028, 2029, 2030, until 2033, talking about fights in Zanu. And that's not enough. We want a change. We want a president that knows what to do. And these guys don't know what to do. All of them. Mnangagwa doesn't know what to do. Chamisa doesn't know what to do. Chiwenga doesn't know what to do. They are just floating about. And they will never do anything for you. Okay. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Let me go now and walk at the beach. And then I'll see you guys later on. I think today we're going to slow down a little bit. In fact, we've forgotten to update you on the Lungu situation, which is happening in Zambia. I'll update you guys after I talk to people in Zambia so that we understand what is going on. There's a lot taking place. And next week, that issue is going to be very topical. I would like to thank all of you for watching. And I'll see you again later on. And a good day to you all.